Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and welcome back to another episode of Tourist Bus Simulator. I know it's been a while since we were last on the island of Fuerteventura, but today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So today we'll be trying out things that you can do, but probably shouldn't, on the island of Fuerteventura. So let's head on outside, and I'll explain a little bit by what I mean by that. So it's a beautiful day here on the island of Fuerteventura today, and you might be able to tell from the look on this guy's face, hang on, let's have a look, here we go, the rather scared look on his face, that we will be getting into some mischief today. So we'll be using one of these three test beds, and maybe something a bit bigger today, to explore and try out different things on the island of Fuerteventura, and stuff, as I say, probably that we shouldn't be doing. So let's start off with the trusty old Venture Cruiser, or Range Rover. So let's set this up, and yeah, as we said, we will be going places and doing things that we probably shouldn't. So this is a save game, so I won't be destroying anything that we've done in the previous episodes. But yeah, so let's start off with this one. We're all ready to go, and yeah, let's show you on the map what we're going to be doing today. So the first thing we'll be doing today will be to see if we can try and get on to the airport. Now there's a lot of gates and a lot of fencing, but we will try. So let's head on over there, and we'll show you a little bit more when we get there. So here we are, just making our way to the airport approach, a place we've been many times throughout the series, and there's lots of gates and entrance accesses that we will be able to try. So let's start with the couple that are here in the bus lane. I know technically we're not a bus, but so we've got two gates here. So let's see if by any chance these open for us. This would be really easy, so I'm not expecting this to happen. So let's nothing seems to be moving. Let's see if they push. No, rather pitiful attempt there to get these things going. So let's try the next gate, which is just up here on the right. You can see the airplanes there in the distance on the actual airfield itself. So let's see if we can get in here. Give it a nudge, and no, doesn't move. Okay, so next option will be to try and see if there's any other gates or vehicle entrances or anything on this side of the airport that we might be able to do. So I don't think there's anything down here. No, that's obviously this is the main terminal building, so there's definitely no way through. I don't think we're going to be able to drive the vehicle through baggage claim or through departures. No, maybe that's for a different episode. There's a gap up here, which I don't know if it's got any access to, or whether it is just the main buildings. Let's have a quick look just here on the right. Yep, no, more building. Cool, we're going down the collection area, speeding a little bit, but yeah, as we said, just a little bit of fun this episode, so nothing too major. So let's climb here. Let's head down towards the taxi rank and see if there's any way through here. So we've got a coffee shop just up here on the right, and no gates or access that way. And I think we've got the perimeter wall coming up here, so we've got side of the terminal building itself, and then we've got the wall itself. So let's I'm assuming this is pretty solid, so let's try it, see if by any chance it just happens to be designed. There we go. We knocked over the light pole as well. So look at that thing spin. There's some good clipping on. Look, it just keeps going round and round. There you go. So yeah, you can see the air side just there. If you look really far in the distance, you can see the fence, the perimeter fence that goes around it. So let's move over a little bit. And take the signs with us. So yeah, there you go. You can see the perimeter fence. So I don't know whether that moves all the way around it. I've never really tried to. So let's move a little bit further out. Alright, so we're going down the sort of motorway, dual carriageway, whatever you like to call it. We'll try and head around the outside. You'll see the fence here on the right side and some electrical substations and stuff, but that just gets you back to the main sort of exit road from the terminal. So let's reason we picked this one today is its off-road prowess. We all know how good fake Range Rovers are off-road, so let's head on round. So As I say, this fence goes round, it goes to the other side of the petrol station, so we might have to, as I say, yeah, do a bit of off-roading here. So let's try and crawl up the hill. Right, perfect. So she's handling it well. Right, there we go. Right, so let's go over. You can see the fence there going all the way around. Cool. Right, here we go. Try not to fall down this cliff. We're doing alright so far. The off-road ability of this car is pretty good so far. Right, over the crest. There we go. Right, and down the hill. Oh, go bottoming out as it goes. Luckily, this thing doesn't seem to have damage. Right, perfect. And then back up again. Go, perfect. Right, so yeah, here's the other side of. Oh, popped out again. Right, and we're gonna have a third time jump. Yeah, there we go. Oh, never mind. Right, gonna have to be gentle, but there we go. Alright, cool. So there's the rest of the fence. So I'm imagining this fence probably goes along and then down the side of the runway. So yeah, there's the fence, and oh no, it just, okay, that was a bit anticlimax. So that just kind of ended there. So I was expecting that to go all the way down there to the end of the runway, but obviously not. Alright, so a little bit easier than I expected to get back on the airfield. So I don't know whether you'll see planes come in and go, but right, so we're on one end of the airfield and the runway. So let's line up and we'll see if we can actually physically drive down the middle of the runway itself. So we'll do a bit of a top gear, top speed test as we go down the runway itself. Right, so let's see what this thing's capable of. Right, cool. Look at that, nearly 100 kilometers an hour. There we go, 100 there. Let those wheels go like a blur. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. That's death. Okay, and landed it. Perfect. So yeah, not sure about that. For some reason, there's a dip in the in the runway there. That's, oh yeah, look, there you go. Look, we've sunk through the runway. Okay, interesting. Here we go. Look, we're okay. So there's obviously a ledge or an edge there of some shape or form that means that it sinks down a little bit. Alright, so let's approach the taxiway. Next thing we'll do is see if the planes and the terminal from this side of the building is solid. So there's the control tower. We're not going to try and ram into the control tower, but there's the fence again. So both ends were open, so it wasn't just one end, it was both ends that were open. Alright, so let's head on round. Alright, perfect. So alright, so we've got the planes here, so let's see if these are solid or just purely, no, they're not solid in any way, shape or form. Alright, there we go. Let's, hopefully this doesn't fire us up and over the terminal. No, so none of these are real. Third time charm. No. And no, still no. Right, although you can see, look at that, you can just about see what they modelled, which is the inside of the wheel wells and the luggage compartment. So there you go. Alright, so let's have a look and see if the terminal buildings, the jetway isn't solid, so that's fine. And is the terminal building? Yeah, the terminal building is solid. So that's definitely real. So planes aren't, jetways aren't, and the building is as we expected. So alright, perfect. So let's check out. Yep, so all the taxiway's real. There's nothing really down there to worry about. That's the sea. We'll be there later. That'll be the next thing we're going to try out. So yeah, so okay, so that was a little bit easier than I expected. I'm not going to lie. I was half expecting to have to maybe jump a fence or go into the sea and maybe come up the other side, but let's see what happens when we launch it off of the far end of the runway. Obviously there's no planes landing, which is a shame. It'd be nice to see if there was a plane or two coming in, but obviously not. So we've got a nice handy ramp at the end of the runway, so let's see if we can get ourselves out of the airfield as easily as we got ourselves in. And away we go. Right, we're going to be able to land this. Oh, just about. There we go. Alright, so you can see where we've been. And obviously we managed to somehow stick that on all 4 wheels. So let's try not to break it on the way back down. But yeah, not gonna lie, that was a bit easier than I expected. So we'll have to find some more things to do in today's episode. So let's head on over to our second challenge and see what more trouble we can get ourselves into today. Right, so we are now here at the port, and we're familiar with this. This is where we come and pick up the tourists for the cruises, and also where we pick up the occasional coach and get things resprayed. So the second challenge today is what can we end up at the sea, and what will sink and what will float, and if it's possible to drive underwater. So we've come here because this has a very handy kind of like key, jetty, whatever you want to call it, that is pretty good for launching cars into. So we will see. It also has a, oh god, broken the car already. Also has a slipway there by one of the boats. So we will see what happens if we go full steam ahead and launch off the end of the jetty here. Probably jetty isn't the right word, but anyway, so let's see what happens here. So away we go. Ah, that was a bit rubbish. We ended up kind of just sort of flipping over and ending up upside down. So we'd definitely be dead or be drowning by now. But yeah, it's again a bit anticlimactic. So let's see what happens when we drive down the slip road. See how deep we can get the water before it obviously doesn't like it. Alright, so let's squeeze down here between this one and the luxury yacht that seems to be moored here. Alright, cool. So let's see this from the front. So obviously known for their wading depths, these cars, but I don't know if that wading depth includes being completely submerged. Right, perfect. So we are, oh okay, the water seems, oh no, there you go, water seems to have disappeared if you get too low. So we're kind of door handle deep. I'm not sure this is good for the car's electrics, but it's there. Satnav seems to be still working. Obviously if it was a real Range Rover, it probably would have broken down way before it got into the water. But yeah, we're kind of, you know, steering wheel deep. Oh, we've broken it. Okay, now we're completely underwater. Oh no, back out again. Alright, so let's see if we can totally, no, okay, obviously the point at which we brake is completely submerged. Okay, so as they say in Jaws, we need a bigger boat. In this case, a bigger bus. So we have here the Mercedes Sprinter, or the W906 as they call it in this game. So let's start by launching this thing off the end. I'm guessing it's going to have the same result as before, but we will try it nonetheless. Let's wait for the gate to open. Perfect. So a little bit slower but bigger, so I don't know if this is going to be able to launch any better, but the wading depth on it might be better because it's a bit bigger, the engine's a bit higher. So let's see if we can get off the, there you go. Right, perfect. So let's try and launch this thing into the sea, and away we go. Well, kind of hit the bottom. It's not quite as quick to reset as the Range Rover, but somehow it's still pretty good. So let's see if we can get it down the slip road and into the water that way. Right, round we go. Right, cool. So let's go gentle and we'll head on in. Not sure how this is going to fare because it's obviously a lot lower to the ground at the front than the. Oh, okay. Right, we appear to be stuck. Yeah, it's definitely embedded itself in the seabed. So let's get a little bit of a bigger run up, see if we can't sort of jump it a little bit. If we can get that nose up, we'll probably be okay. So let's get a bit of a forward motion going and see if it can somehow land it. It probably won't, but we never know. No. Okay, cool. So that's definitely not going to work. So it's, well, it's not kind of failed yet because it's still got a fair amount of water in. It's kind of up to the first aid kit's no longer any use, and neither's probably that fire extinguisher. But yeah, we have a second plan, we have a backup plan. So as you know, there is a second port, so not the one in Puerto del Rosario. We've got one right the way down here in Morojable. There is another slip road just over there. You'll know, as I say again, because we pick up some coaches and stuff from here when they turn up on the boats. So let's see if we can get any further in the water with this one. Alright, cool. So on the slip road, so let's see if we can get this any further submerged. This may have the same issue. If it does, then again we'll go one size bigger. Alright, cool. So alright, look at this, we're almost up to the guy's neck. So look at that. So we're going, oh, that's rubbish. Okay, so it didn't like it. It literally did it up to his neck and it wouldn't go any deeper. So okay, that's a bit of a disappointment. Alright, so let's there's also another sort of end of the pier here, so let's try that. This car's going to get in our way. Could be a bit of a squeeze. Oh, never mind, sorry. Alright, cool. So let's launch off the end here and see if this has any different result. No, not really. Okay. Apart from it leaving us sort of sat over here. Alright, cool. So let's go one step bigger. I went more than one step bigger. Went quite a few steps bigger. So we're trying out the new VDL Double Decker big behemoth of a thing. So we'll start by putting this thing down the ramp and then we'll see if we can jump it. I'm not hopeful of this thing jumping. It's kind of, I know I refer to the bigger buses sometimes as the whales, but yeah, I don't think that we are going to be any better off with this. So let's try and put this down the ramp and see if its pure size makes it any better or worse. It might get slightly higher in the waterline, we don't know. Let's have a look. Alright, let's go slowly down here. Alright, so the water's coming up, it's coming up. Alright, perfect. So let's see if we can get a little bit further down. Right, cool. So you can see we are kind of like crotch level. Alright, we're a little bit higher now. We're almost at neck level. Ooh, this might work. Oh no. Okay, that's a shame. We ended up pretty much just to the same area, which is up to his neck. Alright, cool. So one last thing, which is to make her jump and like some majestic Free Willy-esque whale at the end of the pier. We will see if she can return to the sea and see how well she floats or sinks, or probably we won't even see it. Right, cool. So let's make sure there's no cars. No, there's no cars in our way. So let's put the foot down as fast as she's going to go, which isn't very fast at all. It's going to be like that really fat kid at the swimming pool who just tries and runs and jumps and then ends up belly flopping into the sea. There we go. So she kind of belly flopped into the water. Alright, so obviously that wasn't quite as exciting as I planned. It was more of a, as I say, more of a belly flop into the sea. Have got one more thing to do in today's episode. Again, really short thing, just to see if it's possible. We'll be heading over to Esconizo to try something out over there with back with the fake Range Rover. So let's head on over to there and I'll show you what I've got in mind. Right, so we are just here at the top of Esconizo, so we're just at double roundabouts as you come off the motorway, and what we are going to try in this one is to see if it's possible to actually jump down the Serpentine road that takes you into Esconizo. So there's a small gap just here in the barriers, so let's see if we can get it. Oh no, okay, so first attempt wasn't so great. Let's try that again. Let's line up and we'll try that again. So got a bit less of a run up, but we are kind of angled for that access point just straight on in front there for the between the sign and the end of the Armco barrier. So foot to the floor. Let's see if we can get through. Right, good. You hit the spot. All right, bounce. Okay, she bounced as well. She's a bouncy boy. All right. Oh, and landed it. Stuck the landing back on all 4 wheels. Okay, so we didn't quite manage to make it all the way down, but we did jump. I'd say probably at least 2/3 of the road. Right, let's get to the bottom and we'll just see where we started. Oh god, driving atrocious. Alright, see where we start. Oh god, we're gonna end up. There goes the sign as well. Alright, perfect. So we started all up there by the sign, pretty much jumped 2/3 of the road. Alright guys, so that was today's little bit of fun episode. Just something a bit different, something a bit bit less sensible and less serious from the normal videos. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video and there's something you'd like to see me try, particular place you'd like me to try and get or go or do something in the island that, you know, just a little bit of fun, then please put those in the comments section below. But if you like the video guys, smash the like button. If you've watched this and you thought, you know, I'd like to see what else comes out, then not already subscribed to the channel, then click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell notification icon so you can be updated when new episodes come out. And as always guys, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions, then please put those in the comment section down below. Yeah guys, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, bye.